How do you want us to see you?
Oh, um, as a creative, and I also identify as a little bit of a radical. I don't go with the flow just 'cause, I'm one that's hyper curious. I'm always learning, always wanting to grow and to evolve. And so I think that I live a very nuanced life, and I hope that, I'm seen as multifaceted and funny. I think I'm a pretty funny guy too. So.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of King Crush Thursday, the series where we highlight and uplift Black men, because frankly, not too many people are doing it. My name is Val Gay, and I'm super excited to bring this brother to you today. He is a professional dancer, a professional choreographer, originally from Boston, Massachusetts, but is now living in St. Louis, Missouri. He has danced and choreographed with some of the largest and famous, if you will, most known or best known, I guess is how you say it, best known dance companies in this country, including a lot of names that you would know. You're going to have to check out his bio. But in the meantime, he has such an awesome name. His name is Mr. Kirven Douthit-Boyd. Hi, Kirven.
Hey there, good to meet you, love.
You too. Thank you so much for being here. I am super excited to meet you and that you're a part of this repository that we've built of 6 questions answered. We're up to over a buck 50 men who are answering the same 6 questions. This repository is really meant to put a dent in the very narrow, myopic narrative around Black men and about Black manhood, knowing that you are as myriad as the number of Black men walking the planet. But yet we seem to see a very small slither, if you will, of your population in the media and those things. And so our goal really is to expand our own consciousness, all of our consciousness. And hopefully there's a young king someplace who may or may not have positive Black male role models, that he can come to this repository, see the same 6 questions answered by all these amazing Black men, and hopefully find guidance there. And then for the rest of us who are neither male or even Black, for us to come there and have our minds expanded. So ultimately, you can live just kind of in your humanity. And so I'm super grateful that you are here to contribute. And I want to get started with the first question, which is, what does manhood mean to you?
What does manhood mean to me? Living in a full truth, and knowing that, to the point of this interview, right? Like that's going to be on a spectrum. Everybody's going to have different thoughts and ideas, and understanding that that is okay. And so, for me, it means standing in the truth. It means doing what you love. It means loving who you love. It means showing up in the world in a way that you can feel great about every single day, as hard as that may be and as challenging as that may be. Just standing solidly and firmly in who you are as a person. That's what manhood means to me.
Awesome. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you so much. So, Kevin, who and or what is important to you?
Oh my goodness, who and or what? My family is extremely important to me, both biological and my chosen family. They are my support system. They are my network. And I would say also art. Art is so important to me. I am a dancer by trade, but I have grown tremendously as a creative and really love theater and all of the magic that, all of the inspirational magic that you are able to make in theater. And I love music, and I love, visual art. I love anything, any creative kind of outlet, I'm here for it. So I would say that those two things are the most important things to me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Excellent. Excellent. So, Kirven, how do you want us to see you?
Oh. Um, as a creative, and I also identify as a little bit of a radical. I don't go with the flow just cause, I'm one that's hyper curious. I'm always learning, always wanting to grow and to evolve. And so I think that, I live a very nuanced life, and I hope that, I'm seen as multifaceted and funny. I think I'm a pretty funny guy too. So, I love to laugh. And so I hope that's how the world sees me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. So, Kirven, what is your epic dream?
My epic dream, I have two. One is to continue my education. I earned my master's degree a few years ago, and a dream of mine is to either make that step over into the land of PhD, or to study something completely different, like, get a business degree, or I've learned a lot about the nonprofit management, and so maybe going back to study and kind of recalibrate the way that I think about that whole ecosystem. So that's one of my dreams, and the other one, I would love to create a Broadway show. I would love to write and create a Broadway show centering figures from the Harlem Renaissance. That is a dream of mine, actually.
Wow. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Awesome. Please do that. Please do that. Excellent. 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 So you've been answering question 5 implicitly all along, but I'm going to ask you explicitly. Ooh, let's see if I can get your name correct. Mr. Douthit-Boyd.
Yes. You got it.
Who are you?
Who am I? I am I'm a lover. I'm a nurturer. I'm sharp. I'm witted. I am opinionated. I am, curious. I am a people person, I love to entertain. I love to be around folks. I love to learn about folks and their interests. I am, human first. We all sometimes get compartmentalized, or like, boggled down by our titles and the weight that those things hold. And I'm someone that loves to believe in an idea of transcending that, and showing up and always just being open and loving and caring and all of that.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. Excellent. Thank you so much. So here we are already at question 6.
Already, so quickly.
Right? So quickly. Like that. So the question is there anything that I should have asked you that I didn't, or you wanted me to ask you that I didn't? In other words, what did I miss?
What did you miss? I think what's great to mention is, the work that we're doing here in St. Louis. I moved here almost 9 years ago now, with the belief that dance could really round out this arts ecosystem that we have here. A lot of folks don't know about what's happening in St. Louis, and I think that, it's a really vibrant place, especially for art. And who I am, all of these questions that I just answered, I'm pouring that into this community. And I think that is definitely something worth mentioning, both from a pre-professional level where I work with the kiddos who are in high school, to a professional level where I'm the artistic director of the St. Louis Dance Theater. So I am loving growing in these ways and continuing to put my stamp on this space by way of all of the things that I just mentioned.
That's so cool. Awesome. Excellent. Well, I am so glad that you are there. I'm so glad that you get to do what you love and that you get to express yourself. And the cool thing I think about art and artists is that you don't have to be situated in one situs, right? Or you don't have to be fully planted in one situs. You can have impacts and learn from lots of different contexts, which is
That's
so,
right.
and so I'm really grateful that you are here, and I honor you, my king. I pray
Oh,
that your dreams come true, both of them, especially
thank
number
you.
two. I'm just saying. Uh,
Thank
and,
you.
I'm really grateful that you are here. And so thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, I thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And stay right there because I want to thank the audience for joining us. I really hope you enjoyed this conversation as much as I have. And if there is a positive and successful Black man in your life who you want to see highlighted and hear from in this forum, please click the link below or my bio, fill out the nomination form, and I'll take it from there. We are just celebrating humanity, and we're celebrating these Black brothers who are just doing the work every day, showing up, being themselves every day. I always say success is not based on what someone does for a living. You could be a great and prolific dancer and choreographer and educator like Kirven, or not. We want to see all of our brothers really highlighted, and the representations, if you will, of them highlighted in this forum. I always say the same thing: as long as it's legal, and I've learned to say and positive, we want to hear from them, because it really is about the content of your character, not necessarily what you do for a living or what they do for a living. And so please, next week, stay tuned for yet another amazing king. And please remember to spread love and have a great day. Thank you so much. And Kirven, thank you so much. It was really wonderful. Thank you.